Hey guys, it's me, Crazy Honda Chris, and here behind me, I'm gonna have a 2023 Honda Accord EX. Let's dive right in. All right, so here we are right outside the 2023 Honda Accord EX. This is the highest gas trim level you can get. You can get an LX or an EX. I'm going to walk around this vehicle to show you guys all the cool standard features and functions to save you guys time before you arrive at your local Honda dealership to take out for a test drive. Any questions, drop them down below. I'll do my best to help you guys from that point. Then also, if you found this video helpful, please do me a huge favor. Hit a like, subscribe. You know anyone's in the market for these cars, share this with a friend or family. They may learn something about the car they just purchased. I also have other videos out there, tips and tricks, tutorial help, vehicle settings, stuff like that, just to help you guys out. Let's dive in now. All right, so here we are right outside the Honda Accord, man. Let's walk out here to the window sticker as usual, just for you folks. You guys are welcome to pause the video right there if you want to explore on your own. If you guys get some little wind, I do apologize. I'm trying to hide from it today. It's just blowing around everywhere. Can't hide from this. Now, up on the top right-hand corner, talks about your fuel economy. You got 27 for the city, 37 for the highway with a combined of 32. Down on the right-hand corner, I usually have safety ratings. Right now, not rated. You guys will see those more up to date when the vehicles, more of them become available on the lot. Whew, it's cold. All right, where the vehicle's made at, the price point, and then the list of standard features and functions, which we're going to try to cover today. All right. So this one, you can see it's a 2300 Accord 1.5. That's the engine. EX. This one's gonna have blind spot. You'll see some on the lots that will have blind spot delete. It's because of the chip shortage from that point. Honda's just sending things out, trying to make cars available. They will have a price adjustment, okay? So we're gonna talk more about that later on. So we kind of back up here. You can see this is the meteorite color. I'm gonna throw some other exterior colors up there so you guys being aware. Then also there's gonna be some plus charge for that color. That wind is knocking the wind out of me. All right, let's come right over here now as we go do that. It's going to come standard with 2 key fobs and a remote start. To use a remote start, you have to do is hit lock, hold this button down here for a few seconds. You can see those bad boys, lights going to flash. You go, received it. It's going to stir right up, runs at 10-minute intervals, and the doors will remain locked for you guys, okay? Let's say 10 minutes have passed, we'll shut off. If I repeat the process 8 minutes from now, it's going to run for the grand total of 18 minutes. A third time, it will not do it a third time. All right? We'll just shut that off by holding that down. Now, all of your Honda sensing features are standard. I'm talking about your lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, your forward collision, road departure, and traffic jam assist. All right, so safety, boom, it's right in there for you guys. It's his middle name, okay? You got LED lights all the way around, so that's gonna be kind of nice. That's gonna be your headlights, your tail lights, your daytime running lights, and then of course your turn indicators on the side mirror for you, okay? So as I'm hitting lock, you can see where those little indicators are at. You have a 1.5 turbo that's going to be in there with the CVT transmission. I'm going to throw horsepower and torque up there so you guys know what you're playing around with, all right? Now, as you kind of get down here towards the hood line, you can see those wipers kind of dip right underneath. It just kind of hides it. It looks a little more nice and clean, sleek look there for you guys. We'll step right over here to these beautiful 17-inch alloyed rims. Get a little close shot here for you guys. So there you go, 17-inch alloyed rims. We're going to back up here so you get a side profile of the vehicle. I'm going to throw some exterior measurements up there so you guys know how it's going to compare to you guys' current vehicle than other cars out there. Will it fit in the garage? Will it not? Does it have a longer wheelbase? Is it going to have a smoother ride? Let us know down below in the comments, okay? Now, as you're looking at that, you can see we have body colored handles. You got a nice little chrome action around the windows right up there, all right? Body colored shark fin antenna. We have a power moonroof. We're going to step here towards the mirror. There's going to be a breakaway side mirror. What I mean by that, you simply push and pull if you want to fold these bad boys in. And then the blind spot, like I was sharing with you guys earlier, some of these will have it, some of them won't because of the chip shortage. And Honda has done a price adjustment. Just be aware as you guys get out there. It may be a big thing for you guys. It may not be, okay? So with the blind spot, this little indicator will light up when a vehicle's in your blind spot. You have to at least be going at a certain speed for it to work. Then when you have your turning indicator on while someone's in a blind spot, then it will beep at you. I actually have a video that shows you guys that in action. So if you guys are kind of curious and want to see that, from there. All right, when the car's unlocked, this door unlocks, simply push it right in. There's a capless gas tank, as you can see right here. No longer a $2 cap to argue, debate with. It's a simple slide and go. Don't worry about replacing that. All right. And when the car's locked, that's locked. So that's kind of cool. Now up here we have a smart entry system too as well. So let's say the car is all locked. You got your key in your purse, your pocket, whatever. You put your hand in the handle, it automatically unlocks it there for you guys. All right. You can simply put your thumb down here on the ridges, and it'll lock it too as well. So that's kind of cool. You cannot accidentally lock your keys in the car. Those days are over. Let's say go, oops, maybe, you know, my wife left her purse in there with the key. She runs some errands, she locked the door, and there we go. It automatically unlocks. So how cool is that? We're also going to have the walkaway auto lock feature, so when you get 10 feet away, there's no key left in the car, and you walk out with the key, get 10 feet away, boom, it locks all the doors. You can do a lot of cool customizations. I'm going to do a vehicle settings video. I'm going to show you guys how to set all that up to you as well, okay? All right, let's talk about the trunk here. Since our fingers are frozen, as you can see, bright red. We'll get back here. Once again, you have LED taillights just to make some bold statement as you apply into the brakes, you know, for safety, of course. We're gonna have multi-angle rear camera. We're gonna see what that looks like there on the 7-inch touchscreen on the inside of the vehicle. So, I like how this kind of wraps right in and stops right here for the brake light. Honda emblem breaks it up. Looks pretty nice. You have a trunk release on the key fob, then right here on the trunk too. Here's all that legendary cargo space for your midsize sedan. I'm gonna throw that right up there so you guys know how much space is in there. Just make sure you guys have enough room for wherever life's gonna throw at you. Comes down with carpet mats. Down below, we're gonna have your spare tire and additional tools you may need for those unforeseen events. Now your bench seat right here in the back, it's a 60-40 split. You can pull this down and those will fold right down. It's gonna look pretty nice and easy for you. Just in case you got any skis or whatever life's gonna throw at you. For me, it's probably gonna be lumber for projects. Always have that going on at the house. Now, as we come right over here, before we dive right in the back seat, I'm gonna throw some interior measurements up there so you guys know what we're playing around with, okay? There's gonna be enough room for your pets, friends, cargo. Brave passengers are gonna tag along with you guys in the car. You guys, you know who you are, the ones I'm talking about. Now, as we kind of get right in here, you got power windows, some additional cubby space right down below, cloth interior, okay? Looks pretty nice. Got all these seat belts plugged in, armrests, cup holders, car seats. You got your latches, one there, there, and there. All right. So there we go. Take those little kiddos with you. Does not come standard with all season mats. I have them in here from Honda so you can see how nice these are gonna fit. Courtesy pocket right behind the front passenger seat. There it is. That's pretty much gonna be your back, okay? All right, we're gonna take a moment. I'm gonna cry a little bit, let my fingers warm up, and we're gonna talk about what's up front. All right, so here we are, we're back, we're warmed up, fingers are happy. Let's talk about the interior now here, quick up front. Driver's side door, take a quick look. We're gonna have power windows. You got your window lock button, just in case any young whippersnappers misbehave, you can lock them out so they can't play with the windows. Your locks, you got your mirror selector, and then the D-pad to adjust accordingly. Some additional cubby space down below. We'll come right over here to the driver's seat. It's gonna be a powered driver's seat. It goes forward, it goes back, it goes tilt in the front half, tilts back down, raise, and then lowered, and then you got your recline, then your lumbar support right there for you guys, okay? Your pedals to get A to B, your trunk, and then your hood right here. We're gonna pop that and show you guys some common courtesy stuff now, okay? So let's get going. All right, so here we are right underneath the hood. I'm gonna point out some common courtesy stuff for you guys, the things you may do on your own, okay? Now, you have a washer fluid and a nice blue cap, easy to find right there. We'll come right over here, as we talk about easy to find, the dipstick for oil, oil cap, coolant, come right over here. Battery connection is pretty nice, easy to expose. If you ever need to jump start someone to get jumped from that point or just change out the battery, it's right there up front, pretty easy. Then you got your brake fluid right there, okay? We're gonna do one more kind of run over here for those that are gonna be more mechanically inclined than I am. You have those more advanced questions, contact your local Honda service center. I'm sure they'll be glad to assist you guys. And there it is. That's the powerhouse right underneath the hood for the Accord. Now let's jump right back up front. All right, so here we are right in the driver's seat of the Accord, guys. So the first step you're gonna do is make sure you have the key fob in your purse, your pocket, your jacket, whatever, put your foot down on the brake, then hit this start button right there, then watch everything start right up for you guys. All right, your steering wheel is adjustable. Right over here on the left-hand side, you got this bad boy, pull that down. It goes in, out, up, and down. So it's telescoped and all that, and lock it right back in place once you get that adjusted as you want, all right? Now we're going to talk about the steering wheel controls here quick for you guys. Let's talk about the safety features first over here on the right-hand side. So you got your cruise control button right here. to simply turn it on or off. This is your cruise and your adaptive cruise. So as I'm going to select that button, right now it's not available. As I select it, you got your emblem pop up right there, okay? The one with a speedometer with a little arrow locking in, that's your standard cruise, okay? Now, you can simply turn that into adaptive cruise by holding this button down. There you go, beeped at us. Now it's going to be adaptive cruise. You can see that, because you got the car with the speedometer right there, okay? So with the adaptive cruise control is when you're driving down the road and it finds a car going slower than you. So let's say you're going 35, your car in front is going 32, and it slows you down to maintain that distance. You can set that distance with this button right here. As you select that, you see those lines over there changing? More lines means further, less lines means closer to that vehicle. So once it finds a car in front of you, it's going to beep as it finds it. You can turn that on or off. It slows you down to maintain that distance too as well. And once they get out of the way, it will beep. You can turn that on or off. Then it resumes it right back to your set cruise control. Okay, so that's adaptive cruise. Once again, if you don't like that feature, hey, that's not a problem. Click and hold this button down here. Now it's standard cruise. So if you accidentally hold this button down for too long, you shut that off. Now you know how to turn it back on. Okay. Pretty nice and easy. All right. Now to set your cruise, you got a little set button right here. Yeah, we got to turn that down. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So with your cruise, you can actually have this toggle switch right here. You can set that, then adjust the speeds accordingly from that point. This button right here is going to be for your lane keep assist. And then your traffic jam assist. This is going to be those features that is going to keep you in the center of your lane as you're driving down the road, okay? So all you have to do is hit this button right here. As we get back up on the driver's interface, let's select that bad boy. This pops right up to let you know it's enabled, okay? So as you're driving down the road, you'll see the lines right here around your car. So let's say, imagine that we're in drive right now. Let's put this in drive. The car goes down. We'll find lines right up in here for you guys, and we'll show you when it's actively working. So as you're driving and you grab your lane a little bit, it will beep. You can turn that on or off, then brings you back and centers you in your lane. You're not going to be playing ping pong back and forth. It's going to keep you centered. All right, at least with my experience out there driving these cars. So that's going to be great. You can change the sensitivity of that. You can turn off the beeps as it brings you back, or you can have it as warning only and don't have it bring you back. I will have a vehicle settings video that will show you guys that once again. So when you guys buy these, please encourage you, take the time, look at that. So hopefully we answer a lot of your questions to set your vehicle up. All right. So now that's all of your Honda sensing features right over here too as well. We'll put the vehicle right back in park there. Let's talk about the controls over here on this side. I'm going to use the little wheel action to scroll up and down, then hit enter so you guys can see that from that point. So you're going to have all of your media controls right over there. You can customize it. That's it. All right, so this is going to be more for your volume, your radio station, stuff like that. Your wipers right over here, adjustable end wipers, headlights, auto LED. So there we go. Now we're going to talk about the driver's interface. Let's kind of scoop right up in here. You can see the mileage right here. You can tell we're in econ mode. We're going to talk about that here in a second because of the green leaf. Your gas tank's right over here. We're almost out of half gas, half tank. Temperature gauge is right over there. The temp for the outside, we're in park. You can see the digital speedometer right over there. I'm going to use this little wheel action over here to move stuff over here on the right hand side of the driver's interface. All right, so we got fuel and range. Right now on a half tank of gas showing us we can go to range of 171 miles. You got your trip A and trip B is going to be in there. You got a nice little graph from 0 to 70. It's going to give you a lifetime feed of what you're getting for your fuel economy at that time. So that's kind of cool. Scroll down, speed and time. Driver's attention monitoring system. The car is going to know the difference between the wind blowing your car around and you doing a really bad job of driving and that you need to pull over and take a break. Seat belts. You can see who's sitting where and what seat belts are plugged in. So that's kind of cool right now. I don't have my seatbelt on. And then we have a couple of them on in the back right there. Maintenance. Safety support. So as you kind of push the wheel in here, you can select this. I can turn on my road departure. Let's turn that on. We'll get back in there and see some other options. You get your blind spot. If your car has blind spot right there, then your forward to collision. If you ever want to turn that off, you can. Now, as you kind of play around with that, I don't know if you guys noticed, this little car emblem right down there changes colors to let you know if all of it's on, part of it's on, stuff like that. Nothing there. Brightness, I can adjust the brightness. Vehicle stability, this is what's going to keep you on the road here for traction control. We're going to turn this bad boy on or off now, it looks like. There we go. Settings. This is where that video is going to be at. It's going to tell you guys how to customize all of your Honda sensing features, the visuals of your car, when the doors unlock, stuff like that. A lot of cool stuff is going to be right in there for you guys. And we're going to go back. Then you can choose what you want to display up here. You'll keep us miles per hour. You can hide and show. So if you don't want all these options up here, you can unselect some of these. So that's going to be kind of cool for you guys. So if you want to reduce some clutter because you don't use that. Gauge, excuse me, gauge design. So right now you guys can see how everything's, you know, round. You can change it to bars. Oops. Let's go back in there and change it. There you go, bars. So there we go. So now I got my speed over here. I got my tachometer over there. So how cool is that? You can change that up a little bit as you guys see fit. However you guys want to do it. Take that all the way off. Nothing there now. Let's turn it back to something that everyone's kind of a little familiar with right now, round. And there we go, we're right back, okay? Now we're going to talk about over here on the touchscreen here quick. We have a 7-inch touchscreen here for you guys. You can see we've got some music options. Okay, so you got music. Let's say you find a radio station that you like and enjoy. You just simple click and hold from that point. So you have FM and AM radio. All you have to do is you got some buttons down here. You click the button. You can see you have AM and FM right there. Media controls. You can see you don't have a CD player, but hey, you have a flash drive. It's simple plug and play for like your books and stuff like that, or music on a flash drive. So you don't have a whole bunch of CD clutter. You have Bluetooth here. And then there we go. We're going to have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto too as well. So it's going to be a plug and play. So Apple phone, plug it in. Then you hit this button. Your Apple CarPlay comes up. If you have an Android phone, download Android Auto. Allow all their permissions. Then it's a plug and play. It takes like your Apple Maps, Google Maps, and other compatible apps. It displays it right up here while charging your device. Okay, so that's kind of cool too as well. So you don't have to go to the top of the line to get the built-in navigation that you may have to update, you know, in 5 years or something. So you can pair multiple phones onto this. We'll only have one as a primary at a time. So that one will actually be the one receiving the incoming calls. Okay. Let's test a little more base about the radio tuner. This is how you can find your stations. You got your volume. So pretty nice and easy. Also kind of skipping ahead. And then you got your little menu button right here. So you can customize some of the settings right in there. So yeah, that's your touchscreen right there, guys. Pretty nice and easy. I like the little ledger you got right here. So as I'm driving, just a little quick little, you know, my fingers to rest on. We're going to back up right over here. Look at the dashboard here quick. Where are the adjustable vents, you may say? There's yours. Here's ours. We can argue about who gets what right here. All right, it's going to click once it's in the center. All right. And then I got mine right over here. Let's open that all the way up. That's nice. You get your hazard lights right over here. If you ever need these bad boys, you're set. Now, cool thing about the driver's interface that I almost forgot to share with you guys, you can see when I have my foot on the brake. Now I don't. Now I do. Turning indicators. Let's turn on these lights when the lights are on. How cool is that? All right, now let's get down here towards your heated seat buttons. You got 3-tier heated seats. You got low, medium, and high are there for you too as well. We got dual climate. Right now it's set. Let's adjust that right there. Maybe you're like a 73 and I'm more of a 67 kind of guy. There we go. You got air circulation. You got your different modes. As you kind of play around with this stuff, you'll see it right up there on the touch screen. It'll be adjusting too as well. So as I'm driving, I keep my eyes closer to the road if I want to. You got front defroster, rear defroster with heated side mirrors, AC. This is your fan right here. Everything that I'm kind of turning from the knobs have a nice little click. I like little clicks. That's kind of cool. We'll come right down here again to your USBs right here. We have a nice big tray here for you guys to put all of your good stuff at. Then we got cup holders that are off to the side. Now let's talk about the shifts here quick. You got your, get away from there and let's see. There we go. Now we can see it. We got your reverse, neutral drive, S mode. This is going to change up your gear ratio a little bit for a little more fun performance driving. You have a low gear drive for those steep hills, mountains, stuff like that. When you put it into reverse, your multi-angle camera automatically displays. All right. So this is going to show you guys how the camera is going to act for your visuals. You have a nice little 180 view. It'll be easier to catch more of your blind spot when you're pulling out of the parking lot. Then you have a right behind you view. As you see that red car there, look at that. Huge difference between that Civic, right? They have a straight down shot from your rear bumper, so when you're doing parallel parking or backing up into the garage, wherever you guys be doing, you can see how close you're getting. This is going to be a cross traffic monitoring system too as well. So every time this is on, now that is off, now it's back on, and a car's coming from your blind spot, all right, coming from the side as you're about to back up, it finds it, it points out what direction it's coming from, and it also gives you a noise, all right? So now the cool thing is, whoop, there we go. As you turn your wheel, it kind of guides you where you guys are going. Let you know when your tires are not online because it changes colors. So there's that, what you would expect for a backup camera. We have an econ button right here. We talked about that a little bit right up here on the driver's interface. You can see a little green leaf. Econ's on, econ is off. When to use this is going to be most effective for your highway driving. Okay, so as you're driving down the road and you're cruising for highway speed, just hit that button right there. It's going to give you better fuel economy. It's going to be sacrificing AC power, acceleration power from that point, and electrical power up front to focus on giving you anywhere from 2 to 4 more miles per gallon depending on your driving habits. So if you have a lead foot, it won't be as effective. Okay, so keep that in mind, and also what kind of terrain you're driving into, and obviously the weather out there. So you can keep it on all the time for your city driving. It's just not as effective because of the stop and go. All right, you're stopping and going. That's city driving. Now, vehicle is equipped with idle stop. Idle stop is standard for those that don't know what idle stop is. So every time you go and you get to a stop, right, and the car meets a requirement, like the cabin's ready to temp, engine's to temp, some other programs, it will shut off the engine. It sounds like it dies on you. The whole point of that is to be more aware of our fuel emissions, is what we're doing here. So if you don't like that, you gotta hit this button. And this button will turn it off. Okay, so that's gonna be nice. And we tell you right down here, it's off, idle stop. You have to, every time you get in the car, you gotta hit that button every single time. They're hoping you forget. Okay, I've also noticed with my wife's 21 CRV, she puts it in S mode, it will automatically disable that too as well. All right, now we can have electrical parking brake. Okay, so that's gonna be kind of nice. Pull that right up. There we go. You can see it's brake. Put your foot down on the brake and push it down. It's gone. Hold brake. We have a nice little leather going on here. Let's pop this right open. Oh man, look at that. I got so much room for my Funyuns. I like to hide those from the kids. Well, a 12-volt plug-in. All right, we got a rear mirror. This little thing here for the lights, for the dome lights, when the door is open, I keep it in the center. So when I open up a door, those lights will come on. There's going to be LED map lights right up there for you guys. We got your emergency call button, and then we're also going to have a one-touch power moonroof. Opens, closes, tilts, all that stuff like a power moonroof should be doing. Place for my sunglasses when I want to embarrass the kids, and then courtesy mirrors right in there, vanity mirrors.